right, hey folks, welcome. It is Friday. It is noon Mountain Time. That means we're doing SketchUp Live. Whoa. I don't know if anybody else is seeing that, but I got some camera stuff happening. Oh my gosh. This is the
It's all over the place.
Max Headroom version of SketchUp Live here. The dated reference, but look what I'm doing.
Live.
Yeah, wow. So that's fun. Yeah, that was working really well 30 minutes ago. So maybe it's just a thing that had to get out of its system. But hey, we're here talking about AI, so maybe it lines up. I'm upsetting the AI overlords, and they're making me flicker, make you doubt if I'm real or not. Um, but yeah, I'm here. Oops, the screen says Donovan, but wow, everything's just rough. Charles is with me here today. Hey, Charles.
Hello, it's me, Donovan. Charles
Oh,
Donovan today. It's Friday. We had AIA last weekend. We're still getting back into the swing of things. I've been sick all week. I don't blame. It's all right.
so so here's what upsets me though about this is that I just week before last went and bought a new camera because this is what was happening with the old camera, and I thought I had dialed it into the problem was in fact the camera, but now it's pretty. I mean, the solution is plain. I need to just quit and never stream again.
don't do that. The audience needs you. We need you.
Oh
I
man,
need you.
good times. Good times were had by everybody. Okay, well, hey guys, welcome to live. We're gonna muscle through. We're gonna make this work. So if I'm flickering too much, just look down at your keyboards or off in the distance and just listen to my voice. We're gonna go into this. So our idea for our live modeling this week is we want to model a nice high-end residence. So I don't know anything other than that. We're going to model a building that is going to be a house for someone somewhere. We're not going to go too off the rails. We're
So
not
the
going to.
video, just to cut you off, I'm super sorry, Aaron. We may need to stop this and reset and jump back in. The video is very choppy for everybody.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's what I'm seeing in OBS too. So it is not a streaming thing so much as it is a here thing. Let me
All
let
right,
me
folks.
let me poke at something real quick.
Cool.
What could possibly go wrong?
How's the audio, audience? How are you? Let's chat. While Aaron's figuring stuff out, I want to see how y'all are doing. We've got people from Sweden, Brazil, we've got Denmark, Angola. Max Headroom is here. Everybody's talking about Max Headroom.
Yeah, Andy's got me. I revealed that I stream through a PC, so that's obviously the issue. It's a Mac versus PC thing. All right, so I dropped the frame rate extremely low, and it doesn't seem to be flickering anymore, but there's a little bit of delay, but we're streaming anyhow, so yeah. I got things I can poke at as we do this.
You're getting like 5 frames a second.
Yeah, that's all right. Let's try doubling, see if we can get up to 10. All right, this is 48 frame. Ooh, that looks pretty smooth, and I don't see a flicker yet.
Oh,
I don't, I don't know that we could get any realer than this. Like, you want the real deal? We do it real here.
right. And it
Ugh,
seems like the audio is good. It's just the
that's good.
video side of
Yeah.
things. You know what? What can we how about this? If the video is still choppy, oh, there we go. Oh, snap. It's working now. I'm seeing it.
That looks smooth.
You're looking good. What
Smooth.
I'll do is I've got a photo of you. If for some reason something happens where we need to take your camera down for
Perfect.
the episode, I took this really great photo of you at AIA that I haven't really talked about yet. I'm gonna
Oh,
Photoshop it quick while we're on the call so that you can just overlay it onto the screen.
good thinking. Yeah, you should probably drop that into the forum post about this live stream so we can share with the world. Or maybe not. I haven't seen it. I shouldn't be saying things like that. Okay, let's move forward. We're hopefully past the technical issues. The stream looks like it's going pretty good right now. Everything seems to be going pretty well. my chroma key got a little fuzzy because I changed the frame rate, but I think we can suffer through that. So back to what we're talking about. I want to design a custom home, a residence of some sort. And like I said, I want it to be like, well, I don't know exactly what I want it to be. That's why you're here. I want you guys to help me use diffusion to design a structure that I have no idea about yet. So we're going to use diffusion to go in and do things like, like get an initial massing, get initial size. What's the porch going to look like? What's the entry going to look like? What's this roof going to look like? We're going to throw all of that onto diffusion. So we're going to do some generative design steps using diffusion where it's going to tell us, give us ideas for how to build this, how to design this, and we'll go in and design that into the SketchUp model, and we'll kind of do that iteratively. So I have no idea how this is going to go. Just be plain, right? I think it'll be good. I think it'll be fun. We seem to got the gremlins out of the system, so that's a plus. So we're just going to hop in and start doing this thing. All right. So here's a thing I'm going to ask for. Because a lot of you have seen me try to type. So I'm going to say, why don't we, if you're not already there, hop on over to forums.sketchup.com. And as we start doing these prompts to tell Diffusion what we want, you can actually just type them into the forum and I'll just copy and paste them in rather than trusting me to spell things right, especially, big words like multi-syllable words. So yeah, if you go over there, AI helps me design a building is the name of the topic. Hop in there and we'll use that to pass prompts back and forth. Cool.
Do you want me to monitor that, or
yes,
do you have
please.
Hold up.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
awesome.
I'll have it up so I can copy it over, but yeah, I can't pay attention to too many things at once. Not a multitasker, but that's okay. All right, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start with nothing. We're gonna look at like this. We're gonna start with an empty plot of land. I'm gonna hop in to diffusion. And the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in here, and I'm just gonna say, don't even worry about my model geometry. Slide it all the way down. I don't care about that. Slide my prompt influence way up. And now we're going to tell it what kind of structure we want. So like I said, I know I want a home. I'm thinking like a decent sized home. One of the things we want to do with this is collaboratively lay out the house and design different rooms. So throughout the next couple weeks, we might be doing a kitchen design and our living room design or bedroom design, that kind of stuff, by taking chunks out of this house and then designing them. So I want to come up with a fairly big structure. It's not huge. I want to do like a 10,000 square foot home or anything like that. So no Elon Musk houses, either big or his teeny tiny little house. Neither of those. Somewhere in the middle. So my question for you all is, what kind of house should we go for? I was thinking something fairly modern, but I'm not really sure what kind of terms to use. Something like 3,000 square foot single family home. I don't want to go like I said, too crazy, like Bauhaus or cyberpunk or anything like that. But what's a good house type that you designer, architecty type people would use in saying this would be a good house? What do you got? So at this point, we're totally dreaming. So hit me with your thoughts. Either you could put it into the chat, or we could throw it into the forum.
Cool. I'm monitoring both.
Oh, stop! Vincent said Frank Gehry. No, we're not going to crumple up a piece of paper and design that on this stream.
Modern ranch style family home of 3,000 square feet.
This is a great start. So I am going to copy that. Sorry for my screen flicker. I just had to click out. Oops. Apparently I copied a bunch of empty space with that. All right, so we got some other ideas here. I like it. I like when you guys barrage me with input.
Y'all are so creative today.
I know, I
Heck
like it.
yeah.
I like that. I'm going to add that. More words I can add, the better. Mid-century modern. All right. I like that we got mid-century in there a couple. All right, I'm going to hit it. I'm going to see what happens. So right now, I'm in Diffusion. If you guys haven't used before, this is SketchUp Diffusion. This is a free extension available from SketchUp Labs. Anybody who has a current subscription can run this. It's pretty simple. We've done several videos on it, so I'm kind of glazing over the first part and just going to the parts that are important. Like I said, I've got my prompt in here. I'm not worried about a style at this point, but I am telling it, don't worry about this. Don't worry about model geometry. Just give me my prompt. Give me a lot of my prompt, and I'm going to hit generate. It's going to run off, do its magical diffusion-y AI thing, and it'll come back and give me 3 possible solutions that we could work from for mid-century modern ranch. Here we go. All right, so here's what we got a couple of. Okay. That's kind of fun. Ooh, that's what, yeah, I don't care for that style. Um, Printed on a burlap sack. Burlap sack, please. This is kind of fun. I don't know what this thing is up here, but it's neat looking. Okay, so that's kind of cool. What do you guys feel? Anybody feeling anything real strong here? I really don't care for number 1, honestly. I don't like that. This is kind of cool. It's a little low. It's a little dark. I kind of personally, I'm leaning towards number 3 as a starting point. But what do you guys think? Keggy likes the middle one. Okay. And like I said, we're not the intention isn't to just design this house. It's not just to take this. We're gonna lay out initial massing based on this first render, and then we're going to tell it to like help us come up with more ideas. All right, so we got a couple people already coming in for. Got 2 2s, a 1 and a 3. 1? You guys are going back to 1? Oh man. Oh, you guys are doing that because I said I didn't like it, didn't you?
That's the thing. You're ruining the poll there.
It.
The moment that you mention your own
You're right.
desires, it's gonna automatically push it to that direction.
All right, so we'll give it a few seconds. 1 and 2 are tired. Oh, 1's back ahead. 2, 1. It's going back and forth between 1 and 2. 3's got like 2 votes. Yeah, Sven, I agree. Sven, I'm thinking like, I guess retro's a thing. So, whoa, 2 just pulled ahead there. Oh, I wonder if we should set a timer for voting. But all right.
Next vote, we're gonna do polls. I'm gonna throw in
nice.
a poll.
Yes. 3 came out. I'll be honest. At this point, I've lost track. I'm going with 2. 2 had the most votes at one point, so I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna say add a scene for this, and we're gonna come out here. So when it adds a scene, I get this image on here. I'm not gonna do much with this other than having this scene be, like the first. Pull up scenes right here. What would happen? Oops. Sent my window behind there. What's going on? Something's on a different. A thing just happened. My diffusion window went, or maybe I can just open diffusion back up. Maybe I can't do anything at all. I just had a thing happen. I don't know what to do. All right. I'm going to take a picture of this real quick. And then, not going to spend any more time trying to fix it, which is a thing I do. Just open it back up. All right. So again, we're just all right. Well, I guess we're starting over because a thing just happened. I don't know what that thing was.
Stream today's great. However, while you figure that out, I did add the photo in the forum. And also, this is for SketchUp employees. It's now a reaction emoji inside our own internal text. So it's very good.
I can feel that. Yeah. No, I don't know. Is anybody on the stream? Does anybody on the stream make it to AIA? Did anybody come by and say hi to us while we were there?
I was there. I said hello to you.
That is true. So this right here is showing what happens. Whoops. What happens with AI. So this is why we've had some people refer to SketchUp Diffusion as a rendering option. Yeah, kind of. I would call it a visualization tool over rendering. I put the exact same prompt into Diffusion, and here's what I got this time. One, I got a pool. And I got two very different looking houses. So the randomness, the chaos is in there where it's going to give you something different each time. So yeah, that's fun. That's pretty neat. I was just curious about what it would give me, and apparently it gave me this. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to import. Actually, let's well, yeah. I'm going to import this image I just made. Oops. I want to import it as a match photo so we can just save it as a scene. Import that. Right. And then I'm going to my scenes. I am going to rename this. Call this Mark 1. Iron Man style. Okay. So this was the first thing it gave me. Oh, I had the little Teddy outline in the image right next to the thing. Okay, so when I look at this, got more or less a rectangle. Looks like it's stepping back in for the entry right here. So we got a little bit of an L kind of thing going on. I'm going to start with that geometry. So I'm going to come over here, put in something like something like that, and then come back this way, like 8 feet. Go with something. Ugh. Oh man, come on. All right. Jeez. this again. There we go. 50 foot, comma, 22 foot. You're killing me, man. All right. And then that's the front of the house. Yeah, I'll probably have to take this out further. I don't know. I'm just at this point. I'm just making shapes. I don't even have a plan for where rooms are going to be or anything like that. So that's
Hey,
next.
Aaron, can you turn on your keylogger? Is
Oh,
it?
I can. I can. That I can do. I know exactly
Thank you,
how to do
thank you.
that. Maybe where'd it go? Just kidding. All right. There it is. Come here. Boom. All right. Yes. See, I can do a thing. All right. So just out of curiosity, 3,600 square feet. Awesome. All right. I'm gonna take that, pull that up like 10 foot. I am going to remove Teddy. I don't like the way that Diffusion always renders her. I'm also going to do something about this crazy, like, we've got a fairly extreme field of view here that I don't care for. So I'm going to go to camera, which is it's only because the way I did the imported that image as a match photo. But let's go here to field of view, set it back to like 35. All right, that's more normaler. Okay, for the roof, trying to think of what to do for the roof. I'm gonna grab this right now, make it a group. Maybe I'll grab just this piece, come out here, edit, paste in place. Do something like, do that being one roof. We'll do this as another. Grab that, make it a group. Grab that, make it a group. Grab that, make it a group. And then I'll do something like come in here, offset this 24. I just want to put an initial roof on here that I can work from, if that makes sense. That will go up like there. The same thing here. So all I'm doing is I'm taking this rectangle, offsetting it 24 inches. I'm getting rid of that inside line then. I don't need that anymore. And then I'm pulling this up. What did I do? 18 inches? And then kind of cool. Okay, and then do the same thing here. Again, just to get me some initial geometry to throw back at diffusion. Oh yeah, what about this?
What about that?
Bad attitude.
You tell that roof who's boss.
That's right. So this one I'm just gonna bring up a little. Like, actually, let's go. Whoop, whoop. All right, something like that. Okay, that worked. Then to get, I'm gonna come into this. I'm gonna grab this line. I'm gonna move it straight up to here. Looks good. I will cut this off here. This is some messy modeling, but again, we're conceptually massing right now. So there's what that part would look like. Over here, just instead of pulling that line up, I'll just come up like this, drop down here, take this one, so go all the way up to, come over like that, run a line back here like this, missed my point. Oh, nope, did it again. Settle down, clicky. Probably need some more coffee. That's probably a problem. Awesome. And this is come over to here. I missed a thing. There we go. Cool. This is going to be a little weird. I'm on top of one. There we go. That was easy enough. Not weird at all. Totally normal. Totally easy. I think that has it closed up. Almost. Did we hear? Did anybody on the chat make it to AIA? Did we hear that?
I didn't see anybody. I know I chatted with a few people who, were reaching out over social media, but I don't think I'm not seeing in the chat anybody who joined us. There were a lot of people there, but what was your favorite part of AIA going out there?
It was cool to go to Washington, D.C. That's where it was this year, if anybody who's not aware. And that was fun. It's a cool place to go, to get to go. Was this not straight? Not straight. There we go. What the heck is going on here? I usually have the same response to that question. I almost always, my favorite part of going to any trade show is getting to hang out with people and talk to real humans, because that's what I enjoy doing. It's nice to, there's not a dig. There's not awesome to hang out with you guys virtually, but it's cool when we get to do it in real life.
Yeah, it was funny how many times people were like, "Oh my gosh, is that the SketchUp guy?"
Oh.
Constantly, the entire trip was just like, "You're a famous person, my friend."
In very, very select circles. Big deal. What am I doing? Why is this mess just not closing up? What am I doing? Oh, that's not even close to being on the roof.
We're getting there.
Oh my gosh. Are we? Are we getting where we want to go? I don't know what's okay.
I'm a hyper positive person, almost to a toxic level sometimes. I'm just here to hype you up.
I'll take it. All right. Anyhow, okay, there we go. Whew. Wow. All right, so this mask needs to be clean. Whoops. You think? Okay. I delete. I erased some things. Okay. So anyhow, less than 10 minutes. I mean, that's something. Okay. So now we got that. We got that initial massing in there. I like the way that turned out. You guys, is everybody okay with that? Does anybody hate it, abhor it?
I think it looks nice. Randy says Randy came in a little bit late and asks if you can please start over from scratch.
I think Randy knows the answer to that request. All right, so I want to get a decent angle on this. Something. So I was, the angle that it gave was very straight on, and that's cool. That's just AI being AI and reassuring all designers that they don't have to worry. But to give it some geometry to help me design this and make this house a little more interesting, I want to give it a little more, a little more extreme view, not extreme, more interesting view. So I'm going to come over like this, and I'm going to take this view back into diffusion. So, you know what I should do first? I don't see it in the chat, but I'm going to do it anyways. There we go. All right. Keggy got it. All right, so I'm going to take it from this point of view. Actually, I'm going to tip it down a little bit so we get some... we don't have a sky? Where's our sky? Where's our styles? Ooh, let's turn ambient occlusion. Yeah,
Ooh, fancy.
Okay, so here's the thing. We went to AIA. We got to talk to a bunch of people. It's amazing how many people we go to these things and they haven't used new versions. I'm on 22 still, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But it was interesting because we spend so much time talking about here's what's new, and we show these things over and over again. To go show somebody diffusion, diffusion and ambient occlusion, they had never seen it before. It was kind of fun to go, okay, it's not just me. It's not just that I'm simple and a little bit of shadow makes me go, wow. Other people felt that way too. So, yeah, thank you for anybody who went, ooh, when I clicked that on. Thank you, Charles.
Yeah, no problem. Whenever you turn it off and on, I will go ooh.
All right, so we'll save that, and then we will make that a scene, and then we will hop back into diffusion. All right, so in diffusion is still going to show me exactly, it's going to be exactly where I left it. Diffusion doesn't automatically update or anything like that. It just sits there and waits for me. So I'm going to say refresh because I want to generate something off of this view, not the render I had before. Now we're going to come in here and I'm going to drop my prompt influence down a little bit. I'm going to bring my respect geometry way up. So usually I think default is around here, maybe, I forget. But I'm going to take this to like a 1. We're going to do 1 and 10. All right, so now we want to get into a little bit more detail. What do we want to do here? So we don't have to tell like what size it is or that it's a family home anymore. Now we can start doing some stuff like get into a little more specifics. So let's see, I'm not going to do anything other than just say, give me a mid-century modern ranch style home. I'm just going to do that and hit generate and see what happens on top of that. I'm doing that right now. What you guys should do is give me the prompt that you think I should put in there. While this renders, this is how we'll kill time. This is how we'll make up for the lag between what I'm saying and when you're hearing it. Tell me how I should do. What should I ask it for? This was mine, but I want a better prompt. You guys knew better than this. So here's what we got so far. Okay. I'm not going to say anything. Yep. Why is
And
this?
if we don't get any responses, I'm gonna go with Barbie Dream House.
Please respond.
Barbie Dream House.
All right. So obviously we need to give a little more information here. This is an interesting look. I just wanted to touch on this. I mean, I like the look of solid black or dark gray against wood. I think those colors look really cool. So I kind of like how we have this horizontal siding, black siding or dark siding here, and then vertical wood siding. I think this is a cool look. I'm not really sure about this white trim around the black sides on the roof. That looks a little, I don't know. It looks a little AI to me. We do have a couple points that are coming in. Yes, this is probably where we throw in windows. I'm still thinking geometry and less finish here. So I think we do want to say, like, yeah, lots of windows. I don't know why this one looks like a hot tub sitting in a factory or something like that. It looks like we've got concrete around here, and then we got this metal thing behind. I don't know how it got house out of this at all.
Did you see Eric's comment about it looking like a swimming pool?
Yeah, great minds.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing, this is not doing it for me. This thing's okay. We got a nice combination of brick accent here. That's kind of neat. But then, yeah, no other doors or windows. So, yeah, this one's winning so far, but none of these got me blown away enough that I want to run with it. So let's add some more things. Yes. Yeah. Yeah, Randy's picking up this putting 70s style paneling. I don't know if that's what it's interpreting when I'm saying mid-century modern, if that means 70s exteriors. How do you guys feel about skylights?
I love a good skylight.
Um, trying to think of something to put in for this entryway. Metal, yes. Lots of awesome finish ideas. What do I want to say about the front door? Like, I feel like I want the door to. Oh yeah, there we go. I'm gonna say with side lights. Side lights? They're called the little doors next to the thingies. Yeah. All right. I'm gonna run with this. See what you guys. Feel free to throw more things in. Oops, I did not refresh that. I want to go back to this, and then I want to generate that. Somebody asked if ambient occlusion affects the render. Right now, with this version that we have that I'm running right now, it does not. It does not make any difference. It doesn't. It sort of disregards materials. So regardless of what materials I put on my model, it's going to render the geometry and not the materials. That's one of the things that we heard from you guys through the forum and through the lab's feedback, was that we needed to have the ability to kind of reference and hold on to the materials more, and because right now it does not do that. All right, so we got some options. I'll buzz through this row real quick. This is the one I accidentally rendered. Rather than resetting to the materials, I rendered off of this. So these are variations of that. So we got a couple. This looks like a storage shed or something. I don't like that. This is cooler. I don't love the materials, but I like how we ended up with lights up in this overhead roof. That's kind of neat. We got the door back here. That makes sense. Nope, don't like that at all. Moving on. Okay, don't like that either. Ooh, look, this did all light, all glass up top. Okay, I like that the best. So what it did, what it tried to do, so it is still AI. So at the end of the day, there's still possibly some interpreting that has to happen. But I can see what it kind of did was it gave me this glass wall around the outside. That's cool. I do like that very much. I like that. And it kind of pushed this entry further in. So this roof covers this rather than having another section coming off to cover. It kind of pushed the entry in. I think that's kind of cool. I think I want to play with that. And I like the lights up here. So I'm gonna take this one and add that as a new scene. So this is cool. So before we did, we imported a scene into an empty model, and we got exactly what we asked for, which is, this. That doesn't help much, of course. But now, when we import a diffusion render right on top of the model, it gives us more of that match photo look. So we can actually look at it and go, okay, this is what it's, how it's supposed to line up. So I want to, in this case, I'm just going to start mocking out where some geometry's at. I like the windows up here. I don't really do much to mark that up. I'm going to come here, come across, try to come across an even dimension. So I'm going to say like 12'6", and then I'm going to take that line all the way up. I'm going to have to rotate, but all right, like that. And then hop back in this. I should rename that scene again. So apparently it comes up with some number in time that 12:40. Yeah, this is the time that I ran it. Oh, and this is probably date 2024-06-14. So that's the name of the scene it creates. That doesn't do much for me, so I'm just going to call this Mark II. Take that. All right, so now I'm going to come in here and come over. Actually, I'll just go to right about there. Yeah, they're 12'6". I'll run that up. And then I will, whoops. I'll push that back. Oops, I did that out of context. Oh, this is your first time using SketchUp, pal? All right. Grab these two lines, cut them, come into context, edit, paste in place, and I can take this and push this back. So it looks like it came in with about 4, so I'm gonna say like 5 foot deep. That'll be my entry. Over here then, let's do this. Let's offset this glass like 4 inches. Now I'm gonna grab this bottom section, raise that up a little bit, like another 6 inches. And that will be our glass panel. We'll do the same thing over here. I'll come across like this. How far was that? Okay, so we're gonna say 16 foot. So I'm not, rather than just arbitrarily clicking, I'm trying to come up with nice round dimensions where I can. I did it again. At least I'm consistent. But I'm setting some records today. What just happened there? Okay. Where'd my diffusion window go? All right. Yeah, stuff's happening. All right, let's try again. Offset, go in here, offset. 4 inches, and then we brought this one up. All right, there we go. And then just because it's gonna be glass, I'm just gonna come in here and I'm gonna push these in, I don't know, like an inch. Just give me that relief. I'm gonna do the same thing up here too. While I'm here, I'm gonna put this line up there, so I'll have this surface. No, there we go. Offset 6 inches.
Randy says in the chat that they tried using a famous song lyrics as the text prompt for an image with diffusion. Get you some really interesting results. You should post that in the forum under this because I would love to see what that created there.
Absolutely. Please do. All right. So it's coming along. I like the look of this.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool. Let's hop back over here. What other pieces do we like? I like this little side window over here. I'll probably grab that. I'm not crazy about this. This looks like a shed that got bolted to the side, so I'm not going to do that. So I'm gonna actually just kind of model this window. I'm not gonna. I just did that with realistic dimensions because this is like a standard height. It's like 7 foot something for this top of this window. So if you look at this, look at it compared to this, that looks great. But the fact is that wall is like 16 feet tall. So we have this window that's going up super high. And not only that, it's like 5 feet to the bottom of the window. So there's some situations that might make sense. And I could probably make this taller because I have that big wall. So I could take this and like bring it up a little bit higher, like another 24 inches. So we're, a tall window. But I probably don't want to, put it all the way up where it was. Ooh, Matt's here and leaving. That's
Matt
good.
has Matt shouldn't be commenting today.
Yeah,
Get out of here.
seriously. No working. No worky. Um, cool. All right, I like that. I think the other thing I'm going to do real quick, where is it? We're 45 minutes in. We got a pretty good, I mean, we got a pretty good conceptual model right now. I'm going to clean up some of these lines because AI, like I said, it looks at geometry. So it's kind of funny because we always tell people, don't worry about lines, edges, if you're rendering or something, because they won't be seen. But diffusion sees them. So you guys notice in some of my diffusion drawings, it had like breaks in the roof here because I had those lines there. So yeah, I'm gonna come in and just kind of come up with an aesthetic for what these windows are gonna look like. Trying to match like something like this. So one of the things that I have found, see if you guys have seen this too. I have seen that a lot of when diffusion does repetitive items, they're very rarely evenly spaced. So even like look at this window right here. These are three very different size panes right here. Up here, we have three different sizes. Right across here, I have this one's bigger, this one's smaller, this one kind of doesn't exist. So I don't know if you guys have seen that, but that's a thing that I've noticed a lot with AI generating this geometry. No, nothing bad about it. I'm just saying, like, as I go in, if I'm going to try to generate this to make this like a real looking house, I'd probably come in and make sure that I evenly break those pieces. So I'm going to give this a little more. Oh, I can't do that because, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so I'm going to, thinking this is going to be a real wall and then the window's going to come off of it. It means I'll have to run something up like this. And then maybe take this and, is this all the same height? No, that's sloping. Okay. So I'm going to come in here and maybe find the middle of this line. Just going to drop a line there as reference. Find the middle here. Somebody was talking about how Matt used guides in his modeling and how I never do that. And I just got to say, that is true. I don't do that. Yeah, I don't. It's just a thing I've never really been good at. I just don't use guides ever. Matt thinks he's so cool with his guides.
I don't know if you see in the chat. They're wondering about your shirt. Escapee. Where are you
Yeah.
escaping from? Jail? The asylum?
So let me explain what I'm doing and then I will tell that story. So I just made a rectangle here. It's going to be kind of my division piece. It's just a 1/2 inch by 4 inches, but I'm going to take it, option, copy that down, put it right here. I'm going to say 2x to give me one right there. And then I can take each of these individual pieces and run them up through the top there. Yeah, you guys have probably seen, if you follow us on YouTube, you have probably seen that we occasionally do these videos we call built-in SketchUp, where we travel to customer sites, we see how they are using SketchUp, and then we make a video about it. A few years ago, it was actually one of our first ones, was we went to a company called The Escape Game, and it is an awesome company that makes escape rooms, and they use SketchUp to do so. So one of the perks of doing that particular job was Matt and I were the ones making the video. We're able to do a couple of escape rooms, and at the end they gave us a free T-shirt. And I liked this one because it just simple, understated, just says escapee, and it makes people ask.
Yeah.
All right. So There we go. I like that's coming along nicely. I wonder if I should match that same kind of finish here, but all right. I'm thinking it's time for another round of what would diffusion do? So yeah, let's go ahead and I'm gonna just bump that ever so slightly. Get a fresh scene saved. Actually, we can jump right back to this scene. I'm gonna go back to my scene 2. I'm gonna actually rename that too. Let's go into scenes and let's name this diffusionless. Not a word, but that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna take that and yeah, we'll leave it right there. All right, so let's take this in and let's add some more stuff. I want to have diffusion help me figure out what the front door situation is going to be like. Maybe this should be a garage on the left. Maybe we could put this cool garage door on here somewhere. Yeah, let's try that. Let's try those things. Bring the diffusion window back over. All right, so I don't know if I should keep going with the same prompts, I've been using, or if we should come up with something new. What do you guys think? What do you want to? I'm going to do something while you're coming up with that. Tell me what to. Like I said, the things that I'm trying to think through is what could we do for the front entryway? Oh, could we do a garage over on the left? What would a prompt for that look like? And while you're doing that, I'm just going to go ahead, exterior photorealistic, and I'm just going to do a fun, just for fun render while you guys throw some things in here. So Keggy's recommending we just get rid of mid-century. Just drop that right out of our context, all of our design. That sounds great to me. I'm good with that. Yeah, probably time to save. So just looking at, ooh, that's kind of cool. Coming up with some different finish looks. This is so one of the things we were talking about is how much respect does it have for geometry. Unfortunately, the way diffusion works now, I don't have a way to tell it that this surface is a window. So this one got it. It went, oh, that must be glass. And actually, I kind of like the entryway it did. But the rest of these, it turned it into paneling, which is okay. This is the generative design process. But that was just taking the geometry and doing the exterior photorealism prompts added in there. So, but yeah, what do you guys? I kind of like that. I don't know if you guys noticed that. That's hard. You can't see anything there. But the entry, it pushed it back even a little bit further. It looks like, and then did my entry. Actually, my entry might be going this way on this one. That's kind of cool. Yeah. So, I don't know if there's any other terms you guys think would be fun to put in here, but get away from mid-century. That's fine. Actually, can I remove? I gotta go no style. There we go. I got no style, folks.
Well, at least you say it, you know?
I can say it. Yeah. Actually, I mean, Charles, I just want to give you permission. You can say it too. I don't know if you've watched any of our streams with Jody, but he would have already caught me on that one by now. But so he helped me develop thick skin. All right, so we're gonna say, I'm just gonna say contemporary. I did that right. House with garage with. Hold on. Let's give more detail we can do. I don't know. Deep set front door in the middle and windows around front side. Let's see what that does. You guys may have seen I did a video earlier, floor height windows. There we go. That was the term. Big window. We did a video talking about the things to consider when writing a prompt. And it does become sort of an iterative process where you add a little bit more each time. I kind of just ignored, oh, you know what I did? I actually generated it off of this one. We got these items. Oh, so look where it stuck the garage. It stuck the garage right there. That seems like it'd be a tight garage. Ooh, see, that's what I was looking for. I like that. We got a different material on the front door. That's got that side light and then the front door itself. I like that. That's what I'm gonna do that. Yeah, it just kind of said no, other than this one. No, you can't have a garage. I don't like that. I like this. I like the way that turned out. Oh, no, you know what? It gave me something. There's a little break in the panel here. I don't know if you guys can see that. Can you see that on the stream? It looks like it just a whisper of a garage door.
Interesting. Yeah.
I'm taking that as a sign of where I should put the garage. That's what I'm gonna do. We're getting closer. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one. Corten steel front door. I don't know what that is. It sounds cool. Old Corten on the front door. All right, so I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna design off this a little bit. So to start with, I'm gonna come over here. I'm gonna draw a line up. Yeah, we'll make it a nice tall garage door, because maybe I can back my camper in here or something like that. So we're gonna say 9 foot tall. And how wide is this? Ooh, it's a 30 foot, so we could put, how do I want to do this? So normally, like an 8 foot garage door is single, 16's a double. Maybe we'll do something like, ooh, what about this? I like this. I just had an idea. All right, so I'm gonna come this way, say 16 foot garage door plus a little space on either side. So we'll come over like 20 foot. Like that. So that, it's kind of funny. Like I was saying, the reference, the size becomes push that back in like, so if that's my garage door, that's a huge garage door. That's 16 feet. You can see that yeah, it doesn't always. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna go to scenes. I forgot to name my new scene. I also forgot to do something that people just yelling at me to save. With good reason, of course. there's a reason that's being yelled. Oh. Cool. So that looks good. And this is the other thing I want to get in here. I love this. This looks so cool. So I'm gonna offset this like 2 inches. Over, yeah, 3 foot over. 3 foot enter. I hit 3 foot shift. That does nothing. And then I'm gonna take that all. No, you know what? I'm gonna drop this a little bit. So I'm gonna put maybe we'll put lights over top. So maybe we'll come up like 8 foot, and then take that across like that. All right, and then that point. That. Awesome. All right. How would I make this? I'm gonna put one on either side. 3 foot. I want to see if that works. That up. If I put that same divider size over here, that leaves me with 5'10". That's weird. That's a weird size for a door.
That's a really wide door. It could be like doubles.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking I could maybe get rid, put a light on one side and not the other. What do you think, chat? How could I do this? I don't think symmetric's gonna work. French doors, yeah, I kind of. If I did this, right, and something like that, where this is 7 foot, so I could make that 2 doors. This window in. I see comments are coming in, but I'm ignoring them in a polite way. So this is glass, and these are the 2 doors. I might like it without anything else above it. That looks kind of cool. Ooh. I could have some. I could have some can. I could have some can lights or something over top there. That might look kind of cool. And
Yeah.
ambient occlusion. I'm sorry. I geeked out on ambient occlusion there. Just pulled my shadow out.
Ooh,
There it
ambient
is.
occlusion. Let's get some oohs in the chat.
Right.
Ooh.
All right. So let's jump back. Okay. Kind of like that. That's kind of fun. Not a lot of detail on the door yet. I don't know. I'm struggling a little bit. I don't. Kind of wonder if I should throw out this side light. I like the idea of a side light, but now that I'm looking at it, maybe just a door with some decent sized windows in it or something. Kind of match what we got going on here. See what you guys think of this. If I pull this in, 6, and we do. Oops. Let's just mirror that. Duh.
We had when I was growing up, it was a single door. It wasn't the double doors here, but we had that window to the side. It was like a full window pane. And my mom got super into stained glass at the time. So she ripped out all of that glass and put this really beautiful stained glass in its place, which fell apart after a couple years. It didn't stay very well. It wasn't built very well, but yeah.
Looks better. Yeah, so this may be accent. Just wondering if it's on the right side or not. Think so? Well, because what I was thinking is here's my 2 thoughts. I was going somewhere with this because then if I do that, then maybe I'd pull this back out and just let that be a panel. Maybe my house number goes there. Maybe I don't know, something like that. But then I feel like I need to put this back in the center. So, am I thinking too much? Should diffusion be making these decisions for me? I just grabbed this back wall when I did that.
I mean, that's the whole point of this stream is using
True.
AI. However, you can't rely entirely on AI. You also have to make these creative decisions yourself, because sometimes it's not going to work out.
That is true. That's very, very true. Plus, I want to do stuff.
But I do agree, we should put it right in the center.
Yeah, that looks better, right? All right. I like the way this is coming across. Yeah, I agree, Randy. Randy's saying that, ambient occlusion uh, gives that imperfect light shadowing that's just, it makes it look so much deeper. Cool. So we go back to our diffusion list prompt. All right, looks pretty good. Actually, it's kind of starting to look a little hectic. So maybe we do need to go back to no windows. I don't know. Garage door. Where are we at? We're an hour in. So I guess the question now is, what else do we want to do with this on the outside? I'm not gonna worry about the backside right now either. Well, because we could mess with the backside. I'm kind of thinking like, what other cool stuff could we do? Because one of the things I was thinking about would be like, uh, if the block on the left is the garage, there's not much room left for family. Well, I mean, this is the garage.
I mean, it's a pretty big building.
Yeah, we don't. The garage doesn't have to go back super deep, right? What is this? 30 feet deep. So we could, in theory, this could come out further. Add another 12 feet here. There we go. I got us some more space for our family. You're welcome, family. Oops. Oh boy. All right. I'm gonna have to come back after the fact and jeez, spooked me. It's terrible. It's a mess. All right, let's get this real quick. A quick cleanup. I don't even know what's happening here. Can I just throw a rectangle? So this is potentially one of the issues with throwing together preliminary geometries. You might make a disgusting, gross mess. But fortunately, if you stayed fairly straight with the lines, it's not too hard to clean up. So even that wasn't too bad. That wasn't bad at all. Not sure why that happened. Huh, something's not straight there. This confuses me. All right, fine. I'll leave you for right now. Whoops, 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 whoops. Cool. Um, yeah. All right. Enough thinking, more modeling. Cool. So I sometimes just feel like I gotta clean things, just a little bit of cleaning. All right. So we're back to here. Well, maybe we do a quick run at the backside. Call this. Maybe we swing around here and make a new scene. We'll call this one. Save that and take that into diffusion now and ask it to backside of modern house with sliding glass door, large concrete patio. What else we want up back?
Yeah, pool has been
A
kind of
pool.
a general theme.
It seems to
this
throw in pools
episode.
by itself, so I don't even have to try. It's just like, yeah, here's a pool. Yeah, we throw it in there. I don't want to mess with modeling the exterior or the landscape too much because I figure that'll be a second effort. But yeah, we'll at least get a hot tub. All right, people are already excited about that. Eric, if you're still watching next week, you might have to take this same model in and just develop a beautiful exterior with a pool, hot tub, fire pit, sauna, etc. Ooh,
Ooh.
that's kind of cool. We're
I like how
carrying
that's
around
lit.
that full height glass windows on the other side. What? Wait. I don't even know what I'm looking at here. What the like?
Just the shed.
I got a weird like almost fisheye thing, and then it's like a mini house in the backyard of a different bigger house. I'm gonna say no to that one. Yeah. So it took the large patio to the
Just
nth
paint
degree.
everything cement.
I don't really like any of these. I mean, I, mm, it's this one's okay. I mean, it's putting the large slider right here. That's cool. This is bringing that wraparound glass, which we already have that coming here. And I kind of feel like we need something solid around here. Maybe we could put another section there.
Yeah, that's a huge. If it's just one big window, that's
That's
a huge sunroom.
yeah, exactly. We need something solid. And we gotta put kitchen somewhere. We can't. I guess we'd all be an island, but yeah, I'm not liking any of these. So I'm gonna edit my prompt a little bit. So I'm going to let's actually first thing I do is get back to my model. So I'll reset that back. Um, Large patio. Take out concrete. See if that has any difference on there. Multiple smaller windows.
Maybe mention that this is like the back of a building too.
I put back, maybe
Yeah,
backside versus
yeah.
just back. Let's see if that helps. All right, we'll run it. We'll see what happens. Oh, Raphael put his suggested prompt up in Spanish. As of right now, the stable diffusion engine we use works best with English. I've heard
Mhm.
mixed results on other languages, but I know it works in English and not quite as well with others.
There's a lot of windows.
Smaller. Well, it's small on your screen, right? Okay,
We finally have a pool, folks.
that's right. And a large sink over here. All right.
Ooh.
So there's a couple things I like here. Um, I like that we got multiple heights right here. So we have this steps up. That's kind of cool. I hadn't thought about that. Um, it's playing with perspective here, and this step that I got right here, it's actually showing it like it's higher up and further back. So that's kind of interesting. Um, yeah, kind of like. Granted, this is primarily garage, so it wouldn't make sense, but I do like the idea of maybe we have a doorway here. Maybe this back of the garage is, I don't know, a changing room, something like that. Um, Yeah, this is some cool stuff. Uh, uh, color of the year. I think trying to say model. Um, yeah, that was one thing we were talking about earlier. Is the change that we want to make is to have it honor the colors, but we don't not there yet. Okay, so I'm kind of feeling. Here's what I'm feeling is, uh, oh, man, do we just go with the whole? What do you guys think? Should we just do the whole back wall glass like this? A
I mean, if
lot
it
of
leads out
glass.
into like a patio, that would be like a nice like dining room
Yeah,
leading out to a patio. That would make sense.
maybe. Yeah, maybe we do have like just an access door off the back right here, and then a big slider slash glass wall here. Um, yeah, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna model 4 pools right now. Yes, it is a lot of pools, but let's come in here. Let's grab this, and we'll do. Uh, let's go. How tall is 7 foot? All right, so that's for reference. Uh, this would be a 7 foot by 6 foot slider. Just as an idea of what that geometry would look like. Get out of there. So that whole glass wall might be a lot. Maybe we do a chunk of it. What I'm thinking is, okay, so I'm gonna take this one. Or, well, this is actually more kind of what I'm thinking. Is what if we just do this section back here? I'm gonna grab this one for right now. Whoops. Let's go back to the back. There we go. And now hop back over to diffusion. Oh no, I hit reset. I hit the button again. So when you hit the diffusion button, it calls
No.
all over again. So I lost my little render there.
Oh.
So back of modern home with a large double sliding glass door. Like, you guys need me to read this, like the words aren't just showing up right in your face. It's like I have my own subtitles. And a large patio with a hot tub and multiple smaller windows throughout. All right, I'll try that again. Um, yeah, so right now, just as a reminder, we do have our settings set to, really respect our geometry as we go. If we did want to do something like, well, what would this look like with adjustments to the actual geometry, we could do that. Whoa, this is interesting. It made it into a second floor on a on a Bond villain house out over the water. That's kind of cool.
That's a choice.
Yeah, we're not going to do that, but that's kind of neat. All right, see, this is more what I was thinking of. This was actually more in line with what I had in my head. So in this one, we again probably wouldn't put the glass around the back of the garage so much. Maybe a door, maybe an access door. A nice, reasonable size slider, and another spot where the glass is open. That's kind of cool. Yeah, similar thing here, but I'm feeling this a little more. This feels like it's kind of in line with what the front of our house is, which is something else I want to do. Yeah, I'm taking this one. I'm adding it. Slide diffusion over and not close it because I learn from my mistakes.
And also, have you saved in a minute?
I sometimes learn from my mistakes. Whoa, that's kind of cool. Oh no, it lined up. It lined up. I was like, wow, it lined up with where I put that. Well, it lined up with where I put that because I had
You put
geometry
it
in
there,
there.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna do a couple things here. Let's go. Let's pull this over. How far over is this? All right, so I'm gonna come over 4 foot, and then we'll do another glass wall here. Whoops. So 4 foot over. Take that up like that. This will be our slider right here. Push that in. That'll go 4 inches in, and then this one will push 2 inches in, give me that conceptual geometry look of that. And then over here, what do we got? This is 6. All right, so I'm gonna grab this, offset this 6 inches as well. I think on the corners here I did a little closer. Is that 6? 4 inches. Okay, so I'm gonna match that. I'm gonna match how that looks. So I'll take this over another 2 inches. And then since this one's sloping, I can't do it. I gotta draw the line, say 2 inches. And then how far in did I push these glass geometry? I think it was an inch in. Okay. From here, push that in 1. Push that in 1. All right, so it's kind of coming together. It looks lonely with just this door right here. I do feel like I need to put another window or something. I might do just a teeny bit more detail on here too. I might just take this and offset this. Like, grab these bottom pieces, those up just a touch. Push this back in 0.5. Probably need to pull this door over here another inch or something. Cool. I like modeling with ambient occlusion on. It feels good. There we go. Now it looks like a true slider.
It looks so good too. Like
I just like that. Ooh. All right. I think what I had here was I said a door over here or a window over here. I'm gonna actually pull it like for one thing, I want to make it uh, same height. And then I'm gonna pull a little bit closer. So maybe we'll come over here and we'll just be like I know I'm doing this kind of ridiculous thing right now where I'm designing the outside of the house without any real care or intention of what's actually going on inside the house. So we're doing this probably pretty backwards of how you should actually do this. But yeah, that's a thing that's happening, and I really can't stop it at this point. All right, so that gives us another window right there. Something kind of cool. I do want to put, I said, I don't know if this would be the garage or maybe a mud room or something, but I'm going to put in just a regular, just like a regular exterior door right here. They'll just push in something like that. So, all right, that's kind of cool. That's looking cool. I'm not sure if I should mess with putting more stuff over here.
maybe like a window. I mean, if
Yeah,
there's like bedrooms or something like that, you'll probably want some natural light there, but
yeah, probably not. Again, not more full height stuff. Maybe like in this corner. You know what I'll do? I'll copy this geometry right here. And I'm going to go directly below that. Option copy that. Bring that over here. Just going for a look. I don't know if I like that. Actually, this is where I should be leveraging AI, right? All right. Let's go back here and take that after I save, of course, obviously. We'll take that geometry and then just going to kind of grab back the modern home with multiple smaller windows on the left side. And what else do we need to add here? Ooh, we should probably put a fireplace or something, right?
Yeah.
Just for fun, I'm going to ask it to billow smoke. See what happens. Yeah, Johnny, I know. We're still conceptual modeling. Worst possible case. I've spent an hour and a, okay, billowing smoke was not, that wasn't what I was going for. That's terrible.
Ooh.
Not it.
Well, I mean, if we need to start a design over, this is one way to do it.
We're heading into forest fire season here in Colorado too, yep. So this is not in good taste. Come on, diffusion.
Top of a volcano.
Okay, I asked for billowing smoke. This one's on me.
This is on you.
All right, so obviously this is not the one, but I did like the simple window we got over here. All right, so I'm gonna make a change with a chimney, and modern looking chimney. And I'm going to come in here to my settings. I'm going to reset back to here. Try again. I'm going to say I'm less concerned about the prompt or less concerned about the geometry, and I want to give more weight to the prompt. Because I don't think it's going to add a chimney if I have like respect my geometry all the way up like that. So I'm going to try this again. Going back to original. No more billowing smoke. I used AI to model a house fire. That's not a selling point.
That's a great YouTube title right there.
All right, let's see. All right, so it is getting a little loose with the geometry because of that. Yeah, I think you're right. Keggy's point out we probably have to tell where to put the chimney on the roof. Let's try that. So I've noticed this. I don't know if you guys picked this up as it did that. As it created those other things, it still kind of respected where geometry was, but it almost what I find it does when I get down to here, like 0.5, it's almost like it takes the geometry, lays it flat, and then reinterprets the depth. So just to jump back, sorry, we're talking. So this piece right here, see how that piece kind of comes out, and I got this weird, I don't know, it's just an accent. It's not really real anymore. If I look at that versus this, look what it did. It took this geometry I had and made it that. Same thing with these roofs. So the geometry of the roof, the outline, the overall outline of where that's at is pretty much the same, but inside that outline, it just kind of shifted where the planes were. It's just not a big thing, but kind of interesting to see how it does that, how it interprets those things. Whereas if I turn it up more, it definitely models inside the geometry. It respects it a little bit better. Okay, so this gave me another kind of walkout area over there. It is holding onto my glass. Oh, see, that might be more Kind of like that.
Yeah.
And here it just gave it a whole second floor. That's how it works. Okay, so go with that. It's not coming up with a good spot to stick a chimney, so I think I'm gonna put my own chimney in. We're coming up on an hour and a half, so I gotta start winding towards a conclusion.
Gotta start wrapping it up.
That's right. So this was Mark 5, and from Mark 5, I am going to take this set of windows over here. So I'm going to come in here, go into context, go, come over 3 foot, from 3 foot up, I'm going to come up. Actually, let's do this. Let's go up to the same height as these windows. Go, come over 12 foot, drop that back down. Nice multi-panel window there. And I'm thinking, I don't know what this is going to look like, but what if we stuck a chimney right here? What if I did that? How's that going to look from the front? Oh, yes, it's a little high. What do I got to be? 3 foot above the eave? Wider. Kind of like that. Yeah, I wasn't sure how that would look from the front, but that looks okay back there. Kind of forces this into be a family room, which makes sense with the slider coming out on the back. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna do one last back render right here and see what it makes of my new chimney, and I'll do one more from the front. So I'm gonna reset that, and now we're just gonna go. I'm gonna do a couple things. I'm gonna turn on my photoreal style, exterior photoreal. Modern ranch home with I'll put this back up too. I don't know. I'm trying to think materials at this point with wood and dark gray finish. Stone chimney. And the sunset reflecting in the multiple windows. Give it a shot.
Big money, big money, big money. Yeah.
So here's some things I'll muse on as we do this. I think, obviously, like I said, we were working outside in, which is not ideal, but I could see something like this working on if I had gone in and had, did something a little more realistic, like did a layout of the floor, like here's the kitchen, and we got the shape of my house first. I still could have done that and then taken that initial exterior massing and then had it do this, because I could still go, okay, yeah, those windows will work with where I have this room. The front door, that's about where the entry is going to be. That would work. So this would still work on the outside. I know this was just kind of for fun, jumped in, but you could still do that. You could still take that preliminary massing, which is the step that we kind of skipped of how many rooms are going to be in here, where they're going to be laid out. I could still do that and come into this way. This would still work. Oh, that's pretty cool. Like that. It did the same thing again. Or maybe that's the same height and just have a little retaining wall there. Oop, this steps out to a pool. I think Eric's gonna have to put a pool in here at some point. Ooh, I like that one. That finish is kind of cool. But unfortunately, when I said sunset reflecting in the window, it made it dark. So I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna say with the sun, and then generate that. Whoops, hold up. There is no abandon. There's no abandon my generation button. Not abandon my generation. I have turned my back on my generation, but you know what I mean. There's no stop. All right, so let's try this again. Look at what it came up with in the meantime. That's nice. Again, it's amazing to think that what AI does is it takes the information it finds and the real images it finds and it does stuff. I'm like, but I look at this, I'm like, it's like a crosswalk. I don't know. Got standard track home, got like a little bench over here. That's kind of cool. All right, so here's what we came up with at the end. Kind of cool. Ooh. That's kind of neat. It added stone in there. I wasn't expecting that.
Cool.
All right, I'm going to save this one. And then I'm going to swap. I call this one final rear. And then we'll go back to the front. And I'm going to run the exact same prompt. So I'm not changing anything, but I'm just going to flip it around. So I'm seeing this print and then just run the exact same prompt. I'm curious if I'm going to get a similar finish on the front as I had on the back with the same prompt. Obviously, good money's on no because of the randomness. But yeah, here we go. I kind of like that. That looks cool. All right,
Cool.
all right. Ooh, man, these look good. Yeah, I think I kind of like this one. Got rid of half our windows, so I'm not a fan of that. I worked hard for those windows. Actually, this is probably the most detailed part of the model, but yeah, I think either of these. I like how it kept the kind of dark reddish wood on the front doors. The front door. I didn't really ask for that, but kind of cool. I'm trying to decide. What do you think, chat? 1 or 3? Just trying to think of what I like better of the finish. Let me know. Let me know your thoughts. Throw in the chat. What do you think? If number 1 here looks good, or number 3 looks good? I think 1 might be a little more cohesive, but nope. We got votes for 3. See, I gotta just shut up. Stop talking, dude. The second I say anything, everybody's like, "Yeah, just
The
whatever you
opposite.
didn't say." Yeah, I think looks pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna put 3 in there. Boom. Close down Diffusion. I'm gonna rename that to front final. And yeah, that looks pretty cool. I mean, considering we had no idea what we were modeling like at all, other than a house.
Right.
I would say the fact that we got here in like an hour and a half is pretty cool. Like, I don't think I would run with it. I do kind of like, so some stuff I do like. I like the wood on the garage door, the vertical wood here, the wood treatment around the entry, including the drop ceiling. That looks cool. I don't know if I love this little chunk of that same kind of wood up here. I think I'd rather see that match this, but yeah, man, that's pretty cool. I like the way it works. Yeah. Uh, cool. Yeah. Any other? Yeah. So Drew is asking about AI. Yes, this does use the web-based Stable Diffusion engine. So that's why it does take a few seconds when we say generate this. It does have to run out to the cloud, put the prompt into the engine along with the geometry data, get the images back and download them. So that's why it takes a few seconds to do that. But yeah, I think this turned out pretty sweet. I
Yeah, it
like
looks great.
this. Awesome. Well, yeah. Give you guys a couple seconds for any last comments or questions you might have into the chat while I say the following things. So we may not be streaming next week. We might be taking a bye week. Just let y'all know. It's summertime. We're being realistic about our schedules. We love being here with you guys. You guys
Yeah,
love being here with us.
families,
Yeah, doing
work.
stuff. So yeah, so we're probably not going to be streaming next week. Both Eric and I, so Matt just streamed. Eric and I are both both going to potentially be away next Friday. So possibly no stream next week. More importantly, though, we are putting up the agenda, the actual content that you'll be able to see at 3D Basecamp this year. So if you go to 3dbasecamp.sketchup.com, you'll be able to see the content, the actual classes that are going to be taught. They're going up. So check that out, because if you've been thinking about maybe you want to go, maybe you're not sure you want to see the content first, now's time to check out the content and maybe grab yourself a ticket, because it's going to be good. We've 100 plus classes, I think, have gone up at this point, or close to that. Some awesome stuff. We got some all-time heavy hitters, the guys and gals who are there every year teaching their stuff, new versions of their stuff, of course, not the same recycled things, but some classics up there, and then a bunch of new people teaching stuff we haven't seen before, which is what gets me excited. I like seeing new ways of SketchUp being used. So yeah, come check it out. Check out 3dbasecamp.sketchup.com, and it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a great time. November, Las Vegas at Dimensions. It's going to be good. Come check it out. See it with us. And I don't know if I had anything else. And did anything else, Charles? Am I missing something?
No, I don't think we have anything else necessarily to plug.
We were at AIA, but not anymore.
I know, right? Yeah. So yeah, I don't have anything this time. I'll
All right.
probably have some next time.
All right. Cool. So we're going to call it here. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. Thank you for joining us. Hope you have a wonderful weekend and a great week next week. If we don't see you, like I said, probably not next week. See you the week after. Come on back. But watch the forum. If we decide to do something different, we'll talk about it on the forum. Forums.sketchup.com. That's the best place to find out what we're doing, when, where, all that. So great. You guys have a great weekend. Thanks for hanging out with us. Bye-bye.